Hello, remember to thyself be true. So, in this monthly overview for May, this is how my transactions went. So, from my budget, I'll be using this purple pen to go through my actual expenses throughout this budget to write the actual numbers through. So this month, my salary after tithing was 23,558 rand 62, and cash left over from the previous month into May was 108 rand 10 cent. And then my husband gave me 200 rand. So the total amount that I was working with this month was 23,558 rand 62 cent plus 118.10 plus 200. So the total income that I was working with in this month was 23,876.72. This was after taking into account my tithe. So for fixed expenses, I budgeted DSTV 139 and I actually paid, in the first week, I actually paid 139 for my fixed expense. So I'll write it here. Electricity, I budgeted 500 rand. I did not buy any electricity. Train, I budgeted 1,392 and I only paid the exact amount, 1,392. So my fixed expense, I budgeted 2,031, 139 plus 1,392. I spent 1,531 for my fixed expense. So the balance remaining 23,876.72 minus 1,531. Balance remaining is 22,345.72. And then we come to that's the balance that's remaining in fixed expenses. Fixed expenses, this is how much I spent actually, 1.5 instead of the budgeted 2,031 rand. Moving right along to the big category, variable expense. So with variable expense, I budgeted 200 rand for giving. Actually gave the exact 200 rand. Household, I budgeted 500 rand and I actually spent 116.97. Bolt or Uber, I budgeted 240. I actually spent 227 for the month. Taxi, I budgeted 80 rand. Total for taxi, I spent an amount of 50 rand for this month. Petrol, I budgeted 300 rand. I did not buy petrol for the car this month. Groceries. Whew. Yeah, groceries. I budgeted 2.5, but I blew it. So groceries, this is how much I blew the budget. 2748.40, which is bad. But anyway, meat, I budgeted 500 rand. 554.63, blew the budget. Takeaway restaurant, I budgeted 250. I spent 756 rand 90. And then clothing, I budgeted 200 rand. Spent 120.80 cents. Standard Bank fees, I budgeted 10 rand. I spent 6 rand 95 with regards to bank charges. Capitec, I budgeted 15 rand. I actually spent 7 rand 50. And then Time Bank fees, I budgeted 15 rand 72 cent. Time Bank fees 6 rand plus 7 rand 50 plus 1 rand 25, total of 14 rand 75. Gautrain penalty, which I did not budget for, this was 240. When it comes to my savings, emergency, I wanted to save 3,000. So I actually saved 3,000. So 52 weeks, I wanted to save 1,005. I actually saved 1,640. Valentine's Day, I actually saved 100 rand. Namibia, I actually saved 5,000. Christmas, I actually saved 500. Unplanned travel, spent 200, saved 200. 29, I actually saved 1,000. Vacation, I saved 100 rand. Husband, I saved 200 for his birthday. Live better round up for the month, which I don't normally budget for because I don't know how much I'm going to round up per month. So my live better round up is 3 rand for the month. Black Friday I saved 2 rand 40 because I was rounding up, did not budget for it. So my total savings for the month is 3,000 plus 1,640 plus 100 plus 5,000 plus 500 plus 200 plus 1,000 rand plus 100 rand plus 200 plus 3 rand plus 2 rand 40. So my total savings for the month, I budgeted 11,600 rand. I actually saved 11,745 rand 40 cent, which is great. And then in terms of my retirement, I invested 500 equity, I invested 500 rand. So total amount is equals to budgeted. And then when it comes to my personal expenses, medical, I actually paid 875 like it is here. And then Iskutazi, I paid 1,500 rand. Grooming, I did not go. Hair salon, I paid 550. Entertainment, I do not have a specific one. The reason why I put this because I knew I wanted to go hiking, but I did not go hiking, so I did not have any entertainment. I'll just make it a 0. Books, I planned to pay 500 rand for 3 books on Take a Lot, but then I ended up paying 525. Optometrist, 474 for my Optum. Postnet, paid 35. The last transaction that I want to put here is medicine, which I did not budget for, which was 130 rand 99. Let's go through our variable expenses. So it's 200 plus 116.97 plus 227 plus 50 plus 2748.40 plus 554.63 plus 1066.9 plus 120.8 plus 6 rand 95 plus 7 rand 50 plus 14 rand 75 plus 240. So total variable expense for the month amounts to 5353.9. The remainder of 22345.72 less the 5353.9 is now 16991.82, and I don't have any debts, which is why this thing is cancelled. And then this 16991.82 less my saving or sinking funds, we have an amount of 11,745.40. So the remaining amount becomes 5246.42. That answer less my investments, which are 1,000, we get an amount of 4246.42. And then when we calculate my personal or fun expenses, 875 plus 1,500 plus 550 plus 525 plus 474 plus 35 plus 130.99 is 48.99. 4246.42 less 4089.99. I get an amount of 156.43, which is my balance remaining. Let's get to the budget summary. So my total income for the month was 23,876.72. Total expenses were 1,531 plus 5,353.4 plus 4089.99. So my total expenses were 10,974.39. Total saved was 11,745.4. No debt. Total invested 1,000 rand. So the money that's left over, 23,876.72 cent less 10,974 rand 39 less 11,745.4 less 1,000 rand. Money left over is 156 rand 93 cent. So when I do the analysis, overspent I'm going to highlight in pink, underspent I'm going to highlight in green. So I overspent my variable expenses, I overspent with my savings, and I only underspent my fixed expense and my personal expense I underspent. Moving on to my monthly review. My total income for the month was a total of 23,876.72. This is after tithing. My total expenses were 10,974 rand 39. Total saved was 11,745 rand 40. Total debt paid, I don't have any invested, was 1,000 rand. Balance remaining was 156.93 cent. So the total for the week budget categories, savings and investment, because I included them together, 12,600 plus 1 plus 1 plus 143 rand 40 is these two amounts added together, which is 12,745 rand 40 cent. Travel 1430 plus 39 plus 95 plus 62 plus 43. Total for the month 1669. Subscription and education 2164. Food eat out takeaway 310 plus 2394.43 plus 311.7 plus 1353.8. Total of 4,369 rand 93. Miscellaneous 27 rand 45 plus 240 plus 1 rand 25. 268.70. Clothing or giving 320.80. Household 116.97. Medical or personal 1349 plus 550 plus 165.99. 2064.99. Impulse purchases for the month 471.9. Total spent in cash this month is 3470.8. Total spent on unexpected expenses 1164.99. I don't have any mobile payments. I don't have a credit card. Total spent on debit card is 19,075 rand 36. Transaction charges for this month, 28 Rand 70. Majority of the money went to savings, 49% of my income. So each section is 5. So savings 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. Here I can say we're almost here. Here. So majority of my money went to savings. I think I must include also, let's include savings and investments as one item. So my savings, let's do just a tad bit here, right? And then our second largest went to personal with 10.93. No, it's not, but I'll just start highlighting it here. .9. I'll just do just a tad bit here on this. And then actually looking at this 18.3, that's where our biggest chunk also went to. So we'll highlight here. So that's food and eating out. And then we'll highlight travel. Let's highlight it here. And then I'll put everything else together, the remainder of the amount, these ones. I'll just put it here. But I'm glad that majority was paying myself and then everything else was expenses. But this needs to come down. It's a lot to be eating this much. For a family of 2, it is a lot. But I understand it's part of going out with friends, but it needs to get less than this. Okay. What I accomplished this month that I'm proud of. saved more than I budgeted. Unexpected expense this month. Going on a lunch date with a friend. What I spent most of my money on. Food. What did I overspend on this month? Food. Expenses to cut on next month. Food, definitely. Money mistakes I made this month. Overstretching myself on the food category, especially the eating out slash restaurant or takeaway. Money lessons that I learned this month. So basically keeping track of my spending also on my Excel sheets have been assisting me this month to tie my balance. What am I going to do to improve next month? Avoid going out unnecessarily. Until next time, remember, to thyself be true, and to thy finances be true.